It's anybody's game.
Yeah, well, yeah, at the moment, I think until game 1, even the first stock, this can go either way in my brain.
It looks like we're going straight in.
And of course, the Tennessee's going to be rooting for Storm. Everyone else, Kentucky got their boy Soul. What do you think about this matchup?
This is pretty interesting because people say but Diddy's one of those people that, I never count him out against anybody. That banana is such a low capacity. You never really know what's going to happen in this situation. And like right off the receiving right now, you're seeing this control from Soul, but Storm is putting it right back.
Yeah, it's going to be this back and forth of how many neutral interactions each sort of person win. They're both small, and they're both these tiny little guys that are hard to hit. And so the person that lands their big conversion is going to win it. Storm trying to end it all immediately.
Yeah, I mean, can't blame him. I mean, you got a character like Diddy, he can erase his fucking 5 seconds.
Yes.
You don't want to erase this guy. And when you see a character like Pikachu, he's being able to hold you from 0 to 120 and just kill you with a thunder, and that's smash, and that's tilt, whatever he's feeling like in that particular moment. It is a risky situation to be in, especially if you're playing a lighter character like Diddy. But on the flip side of that, if you're playing a lighter character like Pikachu against a Diddy-Con, you're suddenly worried about getting Banana F smashed at any percent.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting having good kill, starting it off with Soul, getting the first stock. Once again, starting off with those banana combos, getting a quick 40. Storm is really going to want to answer back, sort of close this out, keep it close. But it's the first game, People are still figuring each other out. But Storm's had this Riddle experience.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to know if Soul has had that same sort of regional Pikachu, or maybe they've got, I'm assuming they've got something over there. But it's going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I know a couple of the players we get from Kentucky. General Luigi is a top 50 Luigi, I believe, right now. Out of Kentucky, he comes to West Virginia a lot. You have Crayola Brain, who's a Mii sword fighter. But they have a lot of weird characters that come out of Kentucky. I don't know of a Pikachu in Kentucky offhandedly, so you never really know what you're going to see out of these Kentucky players and what matchup knowledge they're going to have. But what I can say is right now, it is still Soul kind of just expanding that lead. He did lose the stock. That 112% difference here. I mean, again, it's Pikachu. That could change in a second. But keep that expansion going. Get these kills whenever you can. Quickly going for the conversion. There's the up smash once again. Soul going to take another stock. Keep the lead going into the final stock here for Storm.
Storm's ability to sort of convert off of these T-Jolts, to convert off of exactly what we're looking at here, is going to determine this set. Because if he can keep pace with the damage that Soul is putting out, it will be a much closer game. And so far, it's going great. 0 to 92 has not let off the brakes. Or the gas, I should say.
You know what I mean? I thought you were putting down. You can't let off the gas here. You can't. You give Diddy the opportunity to find a hole to peek his way through. He's going to find a way to peek his way through it. Maybe he won't even peek his way through. That banana's going to find a way through it. You can't let the gas off. And right now, we're seeing Storm do that to the best of his ability. Problem is, Soul is finding just as many gaps and capitalizing on them around the same amount. So it's really going to come down to, can Soul keep the lead going into the backstretch of this game?
Storm is clawing his way back. Has not taken too much. One combo maybe that he's taken. Incredibly good at stuffing out these approaches so far. Going for the edge guard.
Makes it through the rocket barrel blow. That's the end smash.
Yeah.
I'm done. It's not a smash.
Hey,
I'm rusty. It's been 7 months. I'm trying to get that good with the group.
Hey, there's going to be moves thrown out. We'll figure out which they are. The Pikachu has electric ones. Yeah, they'll be easy to see them at least.
There's the banana out. Tries to catch the recovery. But it's Pikachu. Can you really try to catch the recovery on Pikachu?
It's going to be hard. Storm's looking for anything at this point. A straightforward tilt, sort of a down tilt knockdown, anything at this point. Just trying to end out this stock before it gets too out of hand.
Crazy thing is, I think Soul has dealt with these T-Jolts surprisingly well.
Yes.
One of the most impressive moves in the game to me. It just controls all of neutral. In my opinion, Pikachu's never really in disadvantage. He can kind of just throw a T-Jolt and suddenly it's neutral even if he's off stage. So you really have to think about your placement and where you're using your shield so you don't get caught off guard with T-Jolt, and suddenly Pikachu's in your face grabbing you. Soul has done a fantastic job managing that.
And Soul now has to watch out not getting reversal. Sort of reel this game back in. It is slowly getting out of hand. He has got to end off his stock as soon as possible. Any down tilt fair, send him off stage for an edge guard. Down tilt up smash, holding in.
There's a banana on the ground, though, and that does worry me a little bit.
That's it.
Storm, there it is. Commentator's curse. It'll happen to you every time.
Yep. Now that was closer than I think I expected. So I think either we're gonna go in for a long haul or it'll be a quick 3 and out.
I just want to friendly remind everybody, this is supposed to 5. That was game 1.
We are in it for the long haul. I'm gonna go tell Joel there's no audio.
All right, y'all, we're heading into game number 2. Soul wants to keep that lead moving forward. Storm's going to come back into this thing and make it a 1-1 instead of sending game 4 guaranteed. Here we go.
Back in time for the beginning of game 2. Once again, these Diddy combos will not forgive. They're not forgiving. He will just keep attacking you as long as you are in his aerial.
Well, and that's the crazy thing about Banana. It just lets you do so much.
Yes.
Like, on the surface level, you're like, oh, he throws it at you. If I'm on the ground, I trip. He gets the smash attack off for free.
Yes.
Cool. And then you see, okay, now it's an item that he can use to item string me, like, turnips.
Yes.
Now it's an oppressive tool that just hugs the platform. And if I'm trying to go up there, I can get caught and I trip, and then he's up smashing me under flat. There's so many uses for this move that very few other moves in this game can really boast that same amount of use factor.
The threat that he has. And without it, it's not looking good. He got out the banana and then lost it and then took 70. So,
well, in the way that I think Soul has been dealing with T-Jolt to this point very well, I think Storm hasn't been struggling to deal with Banana. It's just a harder thing to deal with, in my opinion. Let's get the kill with the dash attack, though. Storm going to have his first lead of this set.
Storm on the ledge, trying to get off. That Pikachu up B is going to have to be figured out by Soul in order for Storm to not win this set.
How does one figure out Pikachu up B?
I don't know.
That's the real question. I mean, we're, what, 7 years almost into this game? 7 years in December? It's been like, what, 6.5? I don't think anybody's figured it out yet.
It's incredibly hard to deal with. Sort of like a free get back to center stage option.
Great use of the back air, barely living off that great DI dip from Storm.
On the ledge, up B's.
Oh!
Let's get the up B mix up.
There we go.
Down tilt back arrow sealed out.
That's some vintage Diddy-Con moments right there. You know, you don't always got to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes you just use the old stuff. It still works.
Storm going for it. That down air, trying to catch a side B in from Soul. Not finding it.
I don't think I've ever seen a Diddy-Kong forward throw before.
Listen.
That's a new one. I respect the hustle, but like, they just, oh, that's what that animation looks like.
Oh, trying for the T-Jolt dash attack conversion is a little bit late.
That's another thing we haven't really talked about in this match, that monkey flip, that command grab.
Yes.
Against a character like Pikachu, not really going to throw out shield as much as a lot of other characters, but when you're seeing it in your face, your like instinct is just shield, and then you know you're getting grabbed, you're getting scratched, and you know, big hammer fist. Got to be careful with it here. But I mean, on the other hand, you know, Storm is using a lot of his really great tools. That down air, surprisingly useful.
Yes.
The nair, the up tilt. We've seen the up tilt leading to these big combos. And SSBU will take the stock. Slight advantage to Storm here going into the final stock.
The final stock of this game. Storm has been great at keeping the tempo that he wants in this game so far. And I think if he continues it, it will be a Storm-favored game. But right now, Soul is just trying his best to sort of not even stay in it, because he never counted out. It's Diddy-Kong. But there's 22 right there from the barrels.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, right? It's the same thing as game 1, only flip this time, which is they're both hitting the same amount of percent. They're both doing what they have to do in these neutral interactions. The problem is, Storm has won one more neutral interaction than Soul has, to the point now where Storm has about a 70% lead, and that lead's going to keep growing into the up
catches
smash.
the short up.
Love a good up smash.
Yeah, it's looking like this set is going to go the distance.
It would not shock me. And I mean, I think this is they're very equal skill levels here, and their skill expression is popping off in a way that, you know, I don't know if a lot of other people could match.
Yeah.
So now we're really just going to see who's going to keep it up moving into game number 3 and then 4 and maybe even 5.
Yeah. Storm, you know, local Knoxvillian, famously thinks Steve is not top 20.
what is this? Like,
Yeah, that's real.
2019?
Yeah, that's real.
Steve's not real. He's not top 20.
Yeah, he's not top 20. So it is going to be this sort of like interesting dynamic of Storm have definitely played this matchup against Riddle a lot. And so maybe Storm's sort of experience with the matchup locally can shine through here in this set.
You still have them just dancing around each other for about 15 seconds now.
Yep.
No one's going in. No one wants to approach because, well, what happens when you get the shield? This happens.
When you approach, you take 50.
Big piece here, combo. Combo's not really over yet. Neutral interaction. Still going to go to Storm. Storm extending that lead. Now there's the banana back in Soul's hands, but not for long.
Really, so far this game really showing how important that banana control is. Whoever has that is going just to have an upper hand, obviously. But the gameplay around that and T-Jolt is really going to determine who gets the openings in this set.
You know, one thing I really like, Soul just threw that banana, did not go for it, just threw it out. Because he knows that if Storm sees that banana, he's not going to approach. He's going to hold back because why would you? You know, you see a banana in Diddy Kong's hand, even remotely near Diddy Kong, and you can't get to it before him. Why would you go in? You're risking way too much there. Great call out by Soul. But at this point, that dash attack from Storm, keeping this big lead over 100% differential here. Probably more aerials coming out. Barely making it back in. There's the back air again. Will take the stock. Storm gonna go
a little
up.
bit late on the Twitch chat. Kentucky saying they ain't got no Pika. So certainly Soul might have to learn on the fly here about this matchup.
Yeah, last I heard about Kentucky, I didn't recall them having a Pika. So, well, and the thing about Kentucky, especially with where they're at, like Eastern Kentucky is where we get a lot of people from too. You know, you get Eastern Kentucky will go into Ohio a little bit, and then the two of those come into West Virginia, and then we kind of feed back into them. So, like, it's a nice little, I don't want to call it tri-state because that's already a thing, but like, yeah. You know, it's kind of this little bubble with a lot of crossover happening at the moment. There's the banana again onto the shield this time. Oh, went for it all with the F smash.
Sort of a mirrored situation from game one where Soul, instead of Storm being on the back foot, it's Soul. Just cannot finish out this stock.
Oh!
Reads the roll in.
Oh my lord, that roll read was nasty. You know, I mean, it's one of the situations you can either go in, go out, stay put, and well, look at, I guess, Soul made the decision that was best for him. Ultimately ends up getting caught with that up smash.
Trying to end it out, looking for an edge guard, trying to keep this stock out. The landing hitbox is going to keep the combo going. Storm is just kind of feeling it right now.
Finally gets the back air from that first stock from Soul now. Soul trying to claw his way back into this game. Getting a nice extension combo out of the gate here on stock 2, but still a big gap to come back from.
Yes, it is a mountain to climb against Pikachu. It's just going to get the chip damage from T-Jolts. And every percent's going to be closer just to any one of many kill moves from killing off the side, off the top. And especially, you're on ledge here, now you've got to figure out how to get out. Rolls out, and is still off the left side. Can't get back.
There's just a lot going on here between the two of them, and they're both choosing interesting times to go for big stuff just like that. Yeah. Storm takes game number 3 with a nice banana throw into the up smash. Really interesting here. Game number 1, Soul slides in, takes game number 1. Yep. Storm slides in, takes game number 2. Game number 3, Storm takes a commanding lead, keeps it the entire time. There's a possibility Storm figured this out. Yeah. And Storm has just slowly expanded where he needs to be going into game number 4.
And Storm has an Aegis. I don't know I doubt the switch is ever going to happen in this set especially. But if this game goes wirely, we could see an Aegis. I don't know if Soul's got a secondary, but I think it's fairly obvious we're not seeing it.
This is game win here, set win, excuse me, for Storm. Soul needs this one to stay alive in winner side. So that big attempt to win for that dare spike early into this game. But right now it is going to be Storm getting a nice piece up, back in. Back to even, Bao taking the lead. Great dare hit. Wow. Oh my lord.
Just keeps going.
And this is the kind of thing that Pikachu can do. He could just, I don't want to say his combos are plug and play because there is a lot of skill going on here. But it's kind of, okay, I have this nair setup that can lead me into 5 different moves of choice. Yes. And that's what we're seeing here from Storm. Great hit with the dare.
Fantastic call out on the dare. Covers the side B. And we've seen him look for that a lot this set. Finally answering on it and right back in it. He is not letting Soul breathe.
Yeah, I mean, You can't. I mean, we've talked about it. Talked about it in game 1. We're going to talk about it in game 4 here too. Giving Diddy-Kong the opportunity to do anything is a mistake, and that's something that Pikachu can do. He is one of, in my opinion, the most versatile playstyles in the game. You can kind of play him however you really feel like in that moment. And what we're seeing right now is that rushdown Pikachu style is working pretty well.
Yes. Cannot breathe. And Storm, almost called out under the Thunder. Catches the up smash.
The weak hit up smash.
Not killing.
Oh, down smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Storm has figured out, he has kept punishing these sort of full hops out of shield that Sol has been doing. And he's gotten like 4 or 5 openings last stock with just calling out just full hop aerial. And so Sol is just going to have to calm down in order to continue the set.
I mean, sometimes when you get that first win, you take off the gas a little bit. You know, you're like, okay, I'm up, I'm fine. You're not up anymore. You've not been up for a minute. You need to find a way to get back up if you want to stay in this thing. It starts with that up smash. You know, you're at 72. Take it easy, but go in. You got to find the right opportunities.
Find your spots. Cannot be stuck off ledge.
Especially against a character like Pikachu, that team off stage is so impressive. Against a character like Diddy-Kong who can struggle to recover on occasion.
He's got to try to drag this edge guard out as long as possible.
He's doing a pretty good job of it. Gets a good coverage with the monkey flip.
His jump back gets caught by the jump fair from ledge. Storm fighting for stage control. Gets the dash attack on the banana pickup.
Gets the nice lingering hit there on the Thunder. Comes back in, gets caught with the up air.
Edge guards keep going.
This is rough situation. The back air.
Back air not barely killing.
Rocket Barrel starts back.
Sol back. Sol has one last opportunity in this game 4 to keep his winner's side bracket alive.
Oh my lord, that
grab
was so close. The spacing was insane on that result.
Storm just throwing out the fair.
I mean, hey, he's got the luxury of saying, well, even if I do lose this stock, he's at 145. I can be a little bit riskier.
Oh, the SD. And now it's one stock. Sol clinging on for dear life in this set.
Oh, gets the dare on the read on the jump. Remember what we said, though? Storm has a little bit of a luxury to be a little bit more risky.
170, will it kill?
Will do it. Storm doing it here for the folks in Knoxville. Moving on into winner's side top 60.
All right. Good.
Great stuff out of the game for our first set of the day. I'm thrilled.
Good set. Next up, we've got Lemonade, local Mega Man legend, and Peanut, actual Mega Man legend.
Okay, I'm going to out myself real quick.
Yep.
I've not shared this on commentary publicly before. Mega Man is my favorite character in the game.
Yeah.
Love
two of them on the
watching
screen
Mega Man.
now.
We're getting a Mega Man Ditto with the best Mega Man.
Mega Min, some might say. It's going to be crazy.
This is beautiful. I don't know what I did to be blessed like this on this day, but, you know, I just thank my lucky stars that I'm here getting to cast this game.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I mean, you got to think, you know, Peanut's got to be favored here. He is